Hello everyone. I'm Jasmine. This video will cover on cytology of neoplasia and effusion. Hope you enjoy.
For epithelial cells part, epithelial cells arise from lining surfaces, parenchymal tissue, or glandular tissues. Epithelial cells are typically large cells that have a round to polygonal shape with distinct cytoplasmic borders. Epithelial cells also tend to have cell-to-cell adherence. Therefore, they are frequently exfoliate in sheets or clusters, although some individual cells may be present as well. Epithelial cell tumor can be benign or malignant and can be cystic or non-cystic. Benign epithelial cell tumors are OMA, example hepatoma, adenoma, whereas malignant epithelial cell tumors are carcinomas or adenocarcinomas. The example of benign and malignant epithelial cell tumors include mammary gland adenoma and mammary gland adenocarcinoma, thyroid adenoma and thyroid adenocarcinoma, preanal adenoma and preanal adenocarcinoma, and transitional cell carcinoma.
Hello everyone. I'm Alan. So today, I will share with you some information regarding cytology of body cavity effusion. Let's go. Today, I will briefly talk about body cavity effusion. Let's start it. First, body cavity effusion is the excessive accumulation of fluid in the cavity area. This fluid included abdominal, pleural, pericardial, synovial and cerebrospinal fluid. This fluid can be aspirated using needle and observe under microscope using different type of stainings. Next, effusion can be classified into three categories, which is transudate, modified transudate and exudate. Let me start with predominant cell types in body cavity. Now, I will share about predominant cells type in body cavity. The first one is lymphoid cells. Lymphocytes are formed from the stem cells in the bone marrow and then circulated in the blood to the lymphoid tissues. This cell can be observed in such condition included chylothorax, pseudocoelus and lymphosarcoma. Next is neutrophils and macrophages. These cells forms an essential part of the innate immune systems with their functions varying in different species of animals. These cells can be observed during inflammation or sepsis condition. Eosinophils is another type of white blood cells, and can be seen during parasitic migration, hypersensitivity and traumatic injury. Mesothelial cells form a monolayer of specialized pavement-like cells that line the body's serous cavities and internal organs. This cell can be observed during reactive hyperplasia condition and mesothelioma. Red blood cells, also called erythrocytes, are cells that circulate in the blood and carry oxygen throughout the body system. These cells are the most ubiquitous cells in the blood smear. They appear as biconcave discs of uniform shape and size, that lack of organelles and granules. Lastly, foreign cells can either be bacteria, virus or our own cells that has ability to change and mutate, giving the cell ability to multiply continuously. For example is neoplastic cells. Now, I will explain about mechanism of effusion formation and its classification. I hope all of you still focusing, yeah. You might be wondering how effusion is formed, right? There are a few mechanisms how effusion is formed. The first one is decrease in plasma oncotic pressure. Oncotic pressure refers to the force that is exerted by albumin and other proteins in the blood vessel. This occurs when there is loss of plasma protein, specifically albumin from the blood vessel, causing hypoproteinemia, and this pressure will drop with subsequent accumulation of fluids. There are several causes of hypoproteinemia. Blood-sucking parasite can cause leakage of protein into the abdominal area. Glomerulitis lead to leakage of protein into renal tubules. This will result in proteinuria. Hepatitis also can contribute to hypoproteinemia due to the liver cannot synthesize protein. Lastly, gastroenteritis can affect the absorption of protein. Next is increase in hydrostatic pressure. This pressure increase when there is pooling of blood in organs and localized or generalized congestion. Lymphatic obstruction occur by compression of lymphatic vessels due to space-occupying lesions or conditions, which are mass such as neoplasia. Lastly, inflammation can cause increase of vascular permeability. This allow the escape of blood plasma fluids from the blood vessels into the site of injury. Now, we move to our final part, which is classification of effusion. Like I mentioned earlier, effusion can be categorized into three types. The first one is transudate. Transudate happen due to decrease in oncotic pressure or increase in hydrostatic pressure. It has low nucleated cell count. Some of the cause included hypertension, hepatic insufficiency, portosystemic shunt, and blood loss due to hemorrhage. Next is modified transudate. This fluid are modified due to higher total protein and cell count. It is commonly associated with underlying changes in hydrostatic pressure or lymphatic drainage. The common cause included nonseptic inflammation, neoplasia, and obstruction to thoracic duct. Lastly, exudate is effusion that have highest number of total protein and cell count. It is commonly caused by septicemia or inflammation associated with neoplasia. In summary, body effusion can occur in any part of body cavities. It is important to differentiate the predominant cells and categories of effusion. I hope all of you enjoy this video. Stay home. Stay safe everyone.